What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Reloaded. Now, ugly ass niggas is probably wondering, what the hell is Power Reloaded? Well, Power Reloaded, my good friends, is a new series I am starting. Of course, it's in the Power universe. But this is basically what I'm going to title. This is going to be the title of the series where I go back and recreate scenes, but put it narrated in my own way of how I could have seen this scene being written out. So, of course, we'll know what the original scene was, and then I'll give you guys my my version of it, of how they could have potentially wrote it, or maybe how I would have wrote it, and of course, give it to you guys in my own unique ugly ass nigga style. So, this is the very first episode of this, and this one is the topic of it is Ghost's death was revenge for Breeze. Now, we all know how Ghost was taken out in the original Power series, right? But a lot of us as fans felt like the ending for Ghost was very weak, which it was. Which is another indication of why I feel like Ghost is still not dead, but that's not what this video is about. So, in this particular video, I will give you guys a totally different scenario and a total different way of thinking. So, to give you guys a good episode or good ending, at least, of Ghost in a way, in my opinion, fans would have been happy to see, or would have been okay with, this being his ending. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, as we know, at the end of the original Power, episode 15, Ghost was ultimately taken out by his son, Tariq St. Patrick, allegedly. Because we all, there's a lot of us that believe he's still around. But in this particular video, we're going to go with the narrative that he actually was taken out. And this is how I would love to have written this particular episode and made this a more of a bittersweet ending. Because, you get a good ending, but at the same time, it sucks because Ghost is now gone, right? So let's go ahead and deep dive into this. Now, we can go ahead and keep the same scenario that Ghost, was running for lieutenant governor. That part isn't going to change. I'm going to keep that, right? That's really more so it's about the death scene that's in question and that's changing. But of course, I'm going to critique a lot of other things, change it as those things. But yeah, Ghost still running for governor. He's about to become a very powerful man here in the state of New York. So just like in the original, how it's written, Ghost goes to his Uncle Gabe to try to buy the building for the QCP. That is still going on. And we're going to keep the thing of him creating all these different enemies, right? Tariq is still mad at him. Tommy was mad at him, just like he was until he found out different. All of those things, right, is still going on. So, now we're going to get to Tariq, and you remember this moment here where Tariq and Tommy was both angry and upset with each other. Well, they both originally wanted to take Ghost out, but Tommy figured out that Ghost wasn't the one behind a lot of things that was potentially damaging for his organization, nor was he the one behind the death of his fiancée, Lakeisha. So after figuring out that he was wrong about a lot of stuff, he decided he wanted to protect Ghost. Tariq was against that, and I'm going to keep that same thing as well. Only difference is this time he's going to be telling him that, he's hearing about a new threat. So the threat isn't Dre this time, people. This is where the change is going to come in. So this time, Tommy is going to be hearing about a blast from the past. That is right, my good and glad niggas. A blast from the past. Because as you've seen, the title of this video is Ghost's Death Was for the Revenge of Breeze. Right? So, with that being said, someone from the past that knew Breeze is going to come out to ultimately take out Ghost. The question is who and why. Now, Tommy's going to get whiff of this through from the streets talking and saying that Breeze's sister and another relative of his is planning to take out Ghost before he gets on the campaign trail and becomes a little too big and powerful for them to reach. Now, Tommy, being around, in the streets, knew of this sister. And he also knew of this cousin. He knew of the cousin. He knew the sister, but he knew of the cousin. And I'm going to reveal who these people are in just a second. But he's telling Tariq here, come on, ugly ass nigga, you need to do this with me. I understand that your daddy was ugly as hell. But look, if we go ahead and do this, the ugly ass shit he did to you, the ugly ass shit I did to him, it'll all be forgiven. But Tariq wasn't gone. He's like, nah, we glad, nigga. If whoever Breeze's sister and cousin go try to get to him, I ain't getting in the way of that glad nigga. So, of course, he wasn't budging. So Tariq decided that he's going to stay his butt out of it. And it turns out that the sister of Breeze turns out to be none other than, that's right, glad nigga, your girl Ramona Garrity. So Ramona Garrity has been secretly plotting ever since the day she heard about James St. Patrick and being exonerated for the murder of the FBI agent and potentially becoming good friends with Councilman Tate. That caught her eye because she's like, hold on, James St. Patrick, I remember that glad nigga. That's the same glad nigga who took out my brother back in the day, right? So now she has a grudge, but she understands who he is and understand that he won't be just an easy target to just walk up and take out so easily. So she decided to be very strategic, and she also decided to infiltrate along with her cousin Q. That is right, the glad niggas. Your boy Q is the cousin, the glad niggas. So, now, if y'all take a good look at Q, tell me Q don't look at least favor Ray Ray. Come on now. Q favors Ray Ray a little bit, glad niggas. So, this is the day. As we know, Ray Ray and Kanan knew each other, right? So, I'm going to create the scenario that Ray Ray and Ray Ray knew Breeze and, knew Kanan from back in the day. So that's how he knew Breeze. That's how Kanan knew Ray Ray, because he was Breeze's cousin, right? So Now that he has been around, Ramona met up with her cousin Q and told him that nigga that took out my brother and your cousin from back in the day is the same nigga that's trying to run for lieutenant governor. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah. So you telling me that nigga James St. Patrick is the same James? Because I believe that it's possible his name wasn't St. Patrick then. It was James Thomas, because it's Lulu's son, niggas. But anyway, I ain't finna get into it with y'all about that. But anyways, so he's like, so this St. Patrick is James Thomas from back in the day? And she like, yep, that's the nigga. So he asks her what she want to do about it. So now, Q and Ramona has staged the plan. Of course, Ghost is attracted to Ramona, so she's going to handle Ghost on her end. And now, Q was planted to take care of Tasha on his end, right? So, with that being said, now Tasha is also in danger, and Tariq never had a clue. See, he was trying to be so ugly and and try to let something bad happen to Ghost, not knowing that these same people is also a major threat to his mother. But now that Tommy sees that Tariq is not an option to have coming with him to help stop the threat between Breeze's new, family from the past, he remembers that after dropping off cash to his father Kadeem, that Kadeem told him, hit him, let me know if you need anything. So with no one else to turn to, Ghost already being away at his club and not answering his phone when Tommy was trying to call him, he had to go to the only help that he had left, because keep in mind, 2Bits and the rest of his organization is already in jail during this time. So he has no, BG is dead. So he has no one left. And so he turns to Kadeem and asks him to roll with them. Now Tommy and Kadeem heads out to try to stop the major plot between the Breeze family. But unfortunately, Tariq was ugly as hell and alerted them, and was they were hit by a trap. So this prolonged their, similar to how he did with Vincent. This time he told Breeze's family. He was able to contact Q because he knew him from back in the day with the Ray situation, right? So he was able to reach out and find them, and told them that Tommy was planning to make a move. So when Tommy decides to show up on the scene, Q and his people was ready, and there was a massive shootout, ultimately taking out Kadeem, but Tommy survives and ultimately unalives your boy Q. Now, with that shootout going on, he was like, before Q dies and pass away, he smirks on the ground, letting Tommy know that his sister, Ramona Garrity, is already at the club, and she's about to take out his boy Ghost. So Q laughs right before Tommy pops him in the head, delivering the final fatal blow to the head and telling him FUB. And he rushes out and speeds to Club Truth. Now, meanwhile, at Club Truth, Ramona is sitting here smirking as she's walking up to Ghost. Ghost is amazed and is happy and getting ready to celebrate, thinking he's getting ready to have a celebration like Tommy was saying in the first episode of Power. So as he was coming in close on her, And he hugs her and kisses her on the forehead. He feels a piece of steel going on the side of his waist. And he looks at her now and says, "What are you doing?" And this is when she reveals, "Don't you recognize me?" And he's like, "Hell you talking about, glad nigga? It's me, Ramona." Let's just say Breeze turned out to be unique, just for the sake of argument. So she was like, "Ramona Mathis." And now Ghost is shook because he now recognized, remembering that Breeze had a younger sister that was at the time was only around 8 years old. So he didn't really pay much attention to her because he barely saw her, and she just wasn't any kind of threat. So he totally is blown away that he has been falling in love with the sister of the man he took out from back in the day, his mentor, Breeze. Right? So now he, just like it's similar to Tariq, he tries his best to talk her out of it, letting her know that he loved her brother, but he was going to get them all killed, and it was under very, very dire circumstances and under the duress that he had to take out her brother. But unfortunately, he's not able to move her as well as he wanted, and she ultimately takes a shot. Bow! Laying Ghost's ass out. Very similar to how we seen with Tariq. Right? So now Ghost is somewhere laying on the ground, and Ramona leaves swiftly to go and flee the scene before anyone shows up, and she could potentially incriminate herself or even get taken out by one of Ghost's allies. So Tommy eventually rushes in. He comes in and finds none other than his brother, James Ghost St. Patrick, laying lifeless already on the ground, and he is devastated, face filled with tears, as he can't believe that his brother that he grew up with and loved is now no longer with him. He tried his best to get there in time, but of course, they're glad Tariq prolonged them, and of course, he is now feeling useless, because if you really pay attention in the original Power, Tommy kind of couldn't do nothing without Ghost. Even his mother, Kate, said it. If you can remember this thing here. She was telling him that you are nothing without him. And after feeling like nothing else is here to live for, and he no longer has his brother, his fiance is dead, he feels like he doesn't have any family left. Because keep in mind, Tasha betrayed him by taking out his fiancée, Keisha. So with nothing left to live for, your boy Tommy commits suicide right there beside his brother. And now you have two lifeless bodies inside of Club Truth. Now, in the midst of all of this, keep in mind I told you that a major threat was going towards Tasha's way. Tariq got whiffed of this and tried to rush on over. So Tariq rushes over to the Club True, and now he sees yellow tape and a bunch of police officers currently on the scene, and he rushes over and asks them what is going on. What's going on, the glass niggas? What's going on? Where's my dad? And he calls and gets confirmation that his mother is still alive, but he also figured out that his uncle Tommy has also become a casualty. So now, knowing everything that he knew, that now his father and his uncle is no longer with him, Tariq is furious and has nothing but vengeance in his heart. So, after seeing what Ghost left him and seeing what Ghost wanted for him in the future, Tariq now vows to not only complete school as his father wished him to do, but also him and his mother Tasha has vowed to avenge his father and his uncle. And that is when it spins off to Power Book 2. Well, pretty much that's all I got for y'all last niggas, man. You know, this is my first episode of this Power Reloaded. Hope y'all enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying? Definitely look forward to seeing what y'all have to say in these comments. What part do you do like? What would you have changed yourself? And of course, you know, I am definitely open to having a bunch of different other, you know, video topics just like this, where we can together rewrite an episode or, you know, or a particular scene from, it can be the original Power, Book 2, Book 3, Book 4. Either one, you know, and we just figure out what it is we would change and why. So later on, I definitely will be doing a live about this as well. So, but you know, yeah, like I said, that's all I got for this particular video. So if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your friends. But until the next video, I'm out.